What's up, survivalists? Optimum FN here, and thanks for hanging out with me today. And welcome back to Remnants. Back here with another guide video. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about building. Now, in this video, I am going to reference a lot of items in this game. Now, I do have guides out there for you guys. I will link a playlist up in the top corner. Make sure to go and check them out. All right, so building. You are going to need several items to build here. Now, the resources you will need to build are greenwood, wood, wood planks, stone, tin sheets, metal plates, bricks, and concrete. Now, the tools that you are going to need to be able to build are going to be the building plan. You will start out with a wood or stone hammer, and you can find different types of hammers out in the world. Now, for the advanced part of the building we will get into, you will need a workbench, a research bench, and a furnace. Now, let's talk about the basics of building here. Now, you will need your building plan, which is 5 paper, and you will need your wood or your stone hammer. Now, I am using an alloy hammer for this. It's a lot better. Now, in the world, you can find these hammers. The better the hammer, the better it is to build with these items. So let's talk about the basics. So if you right click and hold it, you will see a wheel here. Now you will start off with stick and wood. Now in order to get the wood, you will need to take your wood and turn them into planks. But let's just start with the sticks here. Now you can see here we're at stick. We have a foundation here and you have a frame. Now this little arrow here, you can click this arrow, you can go from framed to constructed, and you can save some resources by starting with the frame and using a hammer and upgrading it that way. Now the constructed version, it will take all your resources in your inventory and construct that item, and you do not have to upgrade it. Now again, you will save some resources by starting from framed versus the constructed version. So let's show you that. So we're going to start with a frame stick foundation here. As you can see, I'm going to push that down. It does use 4 wood. Now, for purposes, I am going to start out with the basic hammer here, which is the wood. As you can see, it's going to start to upgrade this foundation here. Now, it is going to take some time with the wood hammer here, and then the stone hammer, it is going to take some time. But as you can see, we are upgrading this foundation. It is taking forever, and it is taking resources out of your inventory. Now, once this frame is fully completed, you are going to save some resources by building it this way versus going from the constructed version and putting it down this way. You can see it used -30. Now, if you have a better hammer, you can see it's going to cost less resources to upgrade this foundation, and it's going to go a lot quicker. Now, in order to pick up these foundations, you can right click and hold it, and it's going to remove these foundations. You will get some resources back. However, you will not get all of your resources back. All right, now that we have covered the framed versus the constructed version, we're just going to go straight constructed here. And we're going to start out with stick here. Now also with your wheel, your middle mouse wheel, you can change the different types of foundations and materials that you're going to start with. Now again, you will need a research bench to unlock these different types of building materials here. And let me show you what the research bench looks like. All right, so real quick, the research bench, you can unlock the schematics for building. However, you can find the schematics out in the world as well. Now, with the workbench, you can get in here and use your research points to unlock the different types of building materials. You have stone, tin, metal, and brick. Now, I do have a guide out for that. I'll link a card up in the top corner if you guys want to check that out. All right, so now that you have learned the basics here, we are going to start building here. Now we're going to drop a 3x3 foundation here. We are going to do the constructed version. So we're just going to left click here to place our foundations. If it's red, you cannot place it. If it is green, you can place it. So once you have that 3x3 built here, or whatever size base you're trying to go for, you can jump up on your foundations, so can the crazies. If you put it up high enough, you will need a stair here. So you can rotate by middle clicking your mouse button here, and you can see I cannot place the stair there. This stair can go here. And if we come over here, we can try and put it in here. So just make sure it is highlighted green and not red. You will not be able to place it. All right, now that we have our foundation and stairs, we're able to get into our base here. Let's talk about some other items that you can build with here. Now, the walls, as you can see, they are highlighted red. On the outside here, you are going to need pillars. Now, you do not need pillars on the inside of your base here. As you can see, these are all highlighted green. But as soon as we go to the outside wall here, you cannot place this. What it is doing is it can see that there are two foundations here. So I'm able to place a wall here without a pillar. Now, as you can see here on this wall, you have an arrow that's pointing out. This is pointing in. So with it pointing in, that means the finished side is out, the unfinished side is in. If I flip it, the finished side is pointing towards me, the unfinished side is pointing out. So let's go ahead and put the unfinished side towards me. And as you can see, I'm able to put these walls in here without columns. Now let's talk about the outside here. Again, you will need some columns here. So let's go ahead and place some columns on the outside of the base here. And we have columns. All right, so now that we have columns, you also have beams. Now you can place these beams up top here, just like the columns, to go around the whole outside. So let's get these placed here. All right, now that we have our columns and beams, we are ready to put our stuff in here. So let's start with a door frame. We want the finished side out, so the arrow's pointing towards us. And let's put in some windows here. Again, finished side out. And we got some windows in here. Let's put in a couple windows here. All right, now that we have our windows, let's go ahead and throw up our walls here. And if you just want to remove it because you don't like it, just right click with your hammer. Now that we got that flipped around, it is facing the way we want it here. All right, now we have our walls up here. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other features here. All right, so let's look at beams here. As you can see, this beam is highlighted red. If I were to put one here, it is highlighted red because it is not supported by a pillar. Now, that doesn't mean you need a pillar here in the middle here. As you can see, I have 3 beams stretched out here with no pillar in the middle. So you just put a beam on the outside, and you can put one there in the middle without any pillar support. All right, so we're going to need a way up to our second floor. If you wanted to have a second floor, you can build these stairs here, rotate it, and you can see we put a stair in there. Now let's talk about some ceilings. Now, as you can see, we have support here from our pillars on the outside. We're able to put our ceilings here with no issues. Now that we have our beam in here, we can put a piece here. All right, so I've taken the 2 beams out here in the middle. As you can see, this is highlighted red. We can no longer put this piece in here because it has no support. Now, if you wanted to put pillars here, you can. However, you do not need them. All you need is your beams here, and you are able to put your ceiling in here with no problems here. So as you can see, we are all connected up, no issues, and everything is supported. Now you will need a door for your base, so go over to your crafting menu here by tabbing it open, hit in door, and you can see you're going to start out with a stick door, a wood door, and if you have the DLC, you will have the dungeon door. So let's go ahead and make a stick door here. It is going to cost you 15 green wood. So we're just going to craft that up here. All right, so once you have your door crafted up, you can rotate it by clicking your middle mouse wheel. It doesn't matter which side you put this. It doesn't have a finished or an unfinished side. So left click, we drop our door. Now this door is going to be locked automatically. So hold down the E button, click your lock button, and now your door is unlocked. Now there are 3 different types of key locks you can put on your door here, so you don't have to keep unlocking and locking your door at all times. Make sure it stays locked. It does have the red lock there, or people are going to be able to get into your bases. So the 3 locks are the key lock. It will create a key for you. You have a keypad, and you have a biometric lock. So let's look at the key lock here. Left click to put it on here. Hold E, you can create a key, and whoever has the key, they will be able to open your door even though it is locked. Let's look at the key lock here. So same thing, left click to put this on here, hold E. You can set your code here to whatever you like. Once it's set, whoever has the code can enter your base with no issues. And then lastly, the biometric lock here. You can put this on here. It shows the lock icon, hold E. Set access level. If you have a clan set up, you can set that to whatever level you want to have access to this door. And they won't have to unlock and lock your door all the time. All right, now that you've gone out, you've gathered some resources, you've found some schematics, you're ready to upgrade your base. You've either started with the stick or the planks. The next phase would be to go to stone, or to tin, or to metal, or to brick, which is currently the highest tier item in the game right now for building. Now let's talk about some upgrades here. Now, the first way to upgrade is using your stone hammer, your wood hammer, or any type of hammer here. You're going to go up to your item. Now for stick and planks, you do not need to know the schematics. However, from stone on up, you are going to need to know the schematics to upgrade these pieces here. So let's look at this pillar here. We don't need to know the plank upgrade. We hit it a couple times here, and as you can see, it went from stick to planks. We come over to the plank. You can go from the plank to the stone here. And then the stone, you can go to the tin here. And then the tin, you can go to the brick here. Or sorry, the metal. And then the metal, you can go to brick. And that is fully upgraded. Now the second way you can upgrade your items here is by taking out your building plan. And if you can see here, let's select wood here. As you can see, there is a yellow indicator here around this pillar, meaning we can upgrade this from stick to wood planks. Now, if we look at the corner here, this cannot. As you can see, it is red. We cannot upgrade this. The reason why that is because there's not a second foundation here or here to upgrade this item. So the highest quality that we can craft this or upgrade it to is going to be stick. Now, if we were to make this a wood plank here, foundation, we will be able to upgrade that corner piece. So let's go ahead and upgrade using the building plan here. Now you can see it is highlighted yellow. So now if I were to left click, I can upgrade that to wood. Same thing with this one, and not this one because it doesn't have the supporting foundation on the outside. So you would have to upgrade this item here with the hammer and then take your building plan or your hammer and upgrade that item. Now, Overrated is working on getting more items to be able to upgrade, like the walls, the windows, the door frames. But as it is of the recording this video, you can only upgrade the pillars and the beams. So let's look at the beams here. If I select the beam, as you can see, this is highlighted yellow. I can upgrade these items here with no problem. Now, say I wanted to go from stick to stone, I could do that as well. Now, let's say I wanted to go from stick to tin, I can do that as well. And to metal, I can do that as well. You can go all the way up no matter what type of beam you have here. Or sorry, pillar you have here. So you can see I went from stick to stone and so on and so forth. Stick to tin, stick to metal. If I wanted to, I could go from stick to brick. So keep that in mind when you're trying to upgrade your bases. Sorry, there are 2 ways to upgrade, with the hammer or with the building plan. Again, he is working on getting more items to be able to upgrade, again, like the walls, the windows, the door frames, etc. All right, so now that we've built our first base, we touched on some upgrading here. Let's talk about building your bases higher. Now, you will need stability in order to build higher. As you can see here, I have my foundation. I have pillars and beams here to go higher. So let's get up here and look at how high we can go here. Now, currently, there is no ceiling in the game. I've built up 75 levels to the roof of the ceiling, and I didn't even touch it. So I'm not sure how high you can go. If you guys want to test that out, test it out. But I've gone 75 floors and didn't even scratch the top of the ceiling. So let's look here at building higher here. So now that we have our plan, you can see this is highlighted red to where this is yellow or green. Sorry, that means you can build here. With it being red, there's nothing to support this from down there. Now, if I were to put a pillar in down here, you can see that it's yellow right there. I could build and keep going up just like that. Now, you don't need to support it here in the middle unless you choose to. There's no need for it here. And we can set a set of stairs up here going up to the next level. You really don't need the beams unless you want that added stability. But again, if you just wipe the foundation, all this stuff would crumble. It wouldn't even matter. So now that we got that placed up here, as you can see, we just built that with no issues. Nothing was red, and we didn't even need that extra column there. All right, so now that we've gone over some basics, some upgrading, and structural stability, let's talk about protecting your bases with banners. Now, your banners are a land claim marker to where your area banner is a land claim extender. So the banner is going to cost you 5 green wood, 5 cloth. The area banner does require a workbench. You're going to need 10 green wood, 2 cloth, and 3 human skulls. So with the area banner, you want to put this centrally located in your base. You're going to left click it to put it down, take your hammer, and you're going to want to fill this up with regular wood. Now, it does have 5,000 hit markers, so keep that in mind. You are going to need the regular wood to upgrade this to get the full 5,000. So what this does is say we have here a 3x3 base. This banner is going to protect this 3x3 base from people being able to build around our base. Now, this item can be damaged to where the area banner can be destroyed. So that doesn't mean this area banner can be destroyed. However, if they do damage it, take it down to 0, they will be able to build around your base. Keep that in mind. Now, say you have a 5x5, your whole 5x5 is protected. Same thing with a 10x10, 15x15. It doesn't matter how big your base is as long as you have this banner down. Now, to where the area banner does that the other banner doesn't is this extends it. So the arrow pointing towards you, that's the way it's going to face. Same thing, take your hammer. It is 1,000 hit points. Now this can be destroyed and taken out to where that one cannot. So what the area banner does is it extends your land claim 3 foundations. So you can see here we are on the 3rd foundation. So now my land claim is extended to this 3rd foundation. If I were to put one on each corner of my base, I could extend this whole circumference of our base by 3 foundations. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this building guide. I hope you guys found this guide informative. Make sure to comment down below if you guys have any questions. Also, feel free to drop by the Remnants Discord server. Link is in the description. If you are a subscriber of the channel, I appreciate the support. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Keep the comments coming. Thank you very much. Keep the likes coming. I appreciate everything. But as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more videos. And I thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later. Until next time, take it easy.